Well, millions across the nation are bracing to see the results for tonight's Powerball lottery drawing, worth $1.4 billion. It's the nation's sixth largest lottery prize, rather. And while the lottery isn't legal in Utah, we know that, people here made their way to neighboring states to get their tickets. ABC4's Bayon Wang spent the day in Wyoming. Bayon, you've been seeing a lot of Utah representation out there, I imagine.
Yeah, they've been making their way down here all day long because we're talking about $1.4 billion, Lindsay. I say that money can't buy happiness, but I sure would show up to my problems in a lot of style with that kind of money. And I think these residents here are trying to get their own glimpse at what overnight wealth really feels like. That's what we're talking about here. Thankfully, right now, it's a little bit of a slower period at this gas station because we're talking about a line earlier today that started at the cashier and went all the way to the back of the store. And you know what? After work at about 5 o'clock, these cashiers are expecting a lot more people. They actually ran out of the Powerball slips earlier today for people to choose their own numbers, but stats do show that more people win off of the quick pick. We spoke to a Salt Lake City resident here today who said that she almost hit a different kind of lottery twice in a row. Listen to this.
We hit all numbers but one number twice in a row.
You're kidding.
So we've hit it. So 1 week we hit on Lucky for Life, where you would win $1,000 a day for life. We missed it by one number, and then 2 weeks later we missed it again by one number.
You're kidding.
So we're due.
So
we're due.
Is this the one?
This is the one. This is the one where we're gonna hit it.
$1.4 billion.
Yeah, that's my crazy lotto story.
And if this is the one for Carolyn Smith, the woman you just heard from there, the nation's top lottery attorney, Kurt Panusas, tells me that Wyoming is actually a pretty good state to win the lottery in. For one, you get to claim the prize anonymously. You don't want to go public and then all of a sudden family and friends you haven't heard of are coming out of the woodworks. And number two, no state tax in Wyoming. So you're going to pay the federal taxes. This says the cash prize is a little over $600 million, but here's what people don't hear about all the time. After the win the first year, they get taxed an additional 13% the very next year. So we're talking about a little more than $400 million someone would claim and win if they won it in this state of Wyoming. And look, we started off the show at the beginning with just a few people in line. In a matter of 2 minutes, take a look at this. It's unbelievable. They're starting to show up as they're getting closer to work, getting closer to getting off of work. So, you know, a very exciting time and some big money on the line, Lindsay.
Bayon, thank you. Okay, so we have had a couple of different pushes here to legalize some form of the lottery in Utah. That is a heavy lift, though. It would require a constitutional amendment. I've covered Utah politics for a long time. What is the enthusiasm there from the people that you're talking with to bring the lottery here in Utah, even though we know it doesn't have a lot of legislative legs?
Yeah, Lindsay, you're the expert on all the behind-the-scenes processes of what needs to happen for the lottery to be legalized in Utah, and obviously you've spoken to a lot of people that breaks that down. But the folks I'm talking to are saying, look, whether the lottery is legal in Utah or not, we're still making the drive down here. When it gets over $1 billion, we're going to come down until that number goes lower. So they're saying, look, if it was in our backyard, great, we could just go down the street and buy a ticket. But if not, it's a neighboring state, it's not too far away. They're going to play anyway, Lindsay.